This is the Sabbath School lesson for the fourth quarter, 2021.
Lesson 11 from our series Present Truth in Deuteronomy is titled Deuteronomy in the Later Writings, ready for teaching on December 11, and I'm Percy Harrold. Monday, December 6, the Heaven of Heavens. Deuteronomy makes it so clear that the law and the covenant were central not only to Israel's relationship to God, but also to the nation's purpose as the chosen people. We read this in three texts: Deuteronomy 7:6, "For you are a holy people to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you to be a people for himself, a special treasure above all the peoples on the face of the earth." And chapter 14, verse 2, "For you are a holy people to the Lord your God, and the Lord has chosen you to be a people for himself, a special treasure above all the peoples who are on the face of the earth." And chapter 18, verse 5, "For the Lord your God has chosen you out of all your tribes to stand to minister in the name of the Lord, him and his sons forever." Read Deuteronomy 10, verses 12 to 15, where much of this idea of law and Israel's chosen status is stressed. What, however, does the Bible mean by the phrase heaven of heavens? What point is Moses making with that phrase? Deuteronomy 10, beginning at verse 12, "And now, Israel, what does the Lord your God require of you but to fear the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways and to love him, to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, and to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes which I command you today for your good? Indeed, heaven and the highest heavens belong to the Lord your God, also the earth with all that is in it. The Lord delighted only in your fathers to love them, and he chose their descendants after them, you above all peoples, as it is this day." What heaven of heavens means isn't absolutely clear, at least in this immediate context. But Moses is pointing to the majesty, power, and grandeur of God. That is, not only heaven itself, but also the heaven of the heavens belongs to him, most likely an idiomatic expression that points to God's complete sovereignty over all creation. Read the following verses, all based on the phrase that appears first in Deuteronomy. In each case, what point is being made, and how do we see the influence of Deuteronomy there? First of all, 1 Kings 8, verse 27, "But will God indeed dwell on the earth? Behold, heaven and the heaven of heavens cannot contain you. How much less this temple which I have built?" Nehemiah 9, verse 6, "You alone are the Lord. You have made heaven, the heaven of heavens with all their host, the earth and everything on it, the seas and all that is in them, and you preserve them all. The host of heaven worships you." And Psalm 148, verse 4, "Praise him, you heavens of heavens, and the waters above the heavens." Especially clear in Nehemiah 9 is the theme of God as the Creator and the one who alone should be worshipped. He made everything, even the heaven of heavens with all their hosts, verse 6 of chapter 9. In fact, Nehemiah 9:3 says that he read from the book of the law, most likely as in the time of Josiah, the book of Deuteronomy, which explains why a few verses later the Levites, amid their praise and worship of God, used the phrase heaven of heavens, which came directly from Deuteronomy. And so to finish today, God is the creator not only of earth, but also of the heaven of heavens. And then to think that this same God went to the cross. Why is worship such an appropriate response to what God has done for us? This lesson was read by Dr. Percy Harrold for Christian Services for the Blind. Sponsored by the Sabbath School Department and distributed through Hope Channel Australia, this podcast is also redistributed by Hope Channel Germany, Christian Record Services for the Blind, and It Is Written. It is also available on SoundCloud and through multiple podcast distributors, including Apple iTunes. Remember, God is always faithful.